Hello everyone, I Rachna H. Kalapnavar, lecturer in Electrical and Electronics Department in Jain Polytechnic, Belagavi. Today in this video I am going to teach you about the digital meters which is included in the Electrical Measurement and Measuring Instrument subject in the diploma syllabus. Let us discuss about the objectives first. So in this video, first we will discuss about the digital power factor meter block diagram and working. Next, digital non-contact type tachometer. Next is a digital synchroscope. See, digital power factor meter, first is the analog meter and next is the digital meter. Just see here difference. It is analog meter having the scale and this is a direct display. Nowadays we are using more the digital meters only. So first, what is a power factor? First we will discuss that. Cosine of the angle between the voltage and the current is called as power factor. See, if it is a resistive load, then what happen? The voltage and the current waveform will be in the in phase. That time angle is 0. Cos 0 is 1. So that time power factor is unity. If the lagging and leading is there, then the voltage and current waveform will be either lagging or leading. That time the value will be changed, but the highest value of power factor is always 1, unity only. Remember that always. So how the block diagram and working of that power factor meter will be discussing now. First the PT is there, that is nothing but potential transformer, attenuator, ZCD, microcontroller block and the display. Next here it is a CT. First, voltage is sensed by the PT, potential transformer. Next is given to the attenuator. Attenuator is nothing but the inverse of your amplifier circuit. It is some potential voltage divider networks will be there, which will be reducing the strength of the signal according to our circuit requirement. Next is ZCD. ZCD is zero crossing detector. As the name itself indicates, zero crossing detects. What it will do? Crossing of the zeroth line. That is nothing but assume the sine waveform of your voltage waveform. So whenever it is a switching from positive to negative, then that switching instant you take it as a, that is in the zeroth line, that is you call it as zeroth line, that is timeline, zeroth line switching from positive to negative, call it as a point A. That time what it will do? It is detect and it is sending an interrupt to the microcontroller to start the counting. This is first step. Next what it will do? Next come to the CT, current transformer. What it will do? It will be sensing the current and given to the attenuator and next to the again ZCD. This ZCD what it will do? See, assume again current waveform. When it crosses from positive to negative, assume that point as a B. See here point A and point B is not same because they are not in phase. It is a out of phase, it will be there. So point A point will be difference, that is zero crossing line, and point B, that is a voltage crossing and current crossing line will be crossing the zero will be different. So that point B, what happen? It will be sending an again one more interrupt to the microcontroller to stop the counting. So that time difference will be calculating from the by the microcontroller and stored in your time difference register. Next, the time difference is converted into phase difference phi, angle phi. Again by after that cosine of the angle phi. It is calculated the power factor and displayed by your display unit. So this is your working of digital power factor meter. Some important points regarding that working I have given here, just glance it once. Next come to the tachometer. So what is tachometer? It is a measuring device for what? Speed. Any rotating machine speed is measured by whom? Tachometer. Earlier we were using the analog meters. Nowadays we are using the digital meters. The first diagram, both are digital meters only, digital tachometers. First one is the contact type and next is a non-contact type. See, you have to make the some point contact to that rotating shaft, that is contact type. If the any light you are made to fall on that rotating shaft, then it is called as the non-contact type. See the next diagram, it is a non-contact type tachometer. Some light rays you have to made to fall on that. See here, light rays they have to made to fall on that. This is the rotating shaft, here it is a one mark is compulsory, then only it is a, and whenever the light source is sent by the tachometer and it is again reflected back and reflected back and detected by here one photo sensor. So it may be any mark, it may be chalk mark, any reflective tape mark, it may be there. You have to affix on the your rotating shaft. How the block diagram and explanation we'll see now. See, it works on the principle of retroreflective scanning, and next is the photovoltaic effect. What is a retroreflective scanning? Means the light source and the light detector, that is photo detector, is placed in common housing. Whenever the light rays is made to fall on that rotating shaft where the fixed mark will be there, that time, that is again, that light is reflected, no, that is detected by whom? That detected by the photo detector, and that it is converted into electrical signal, electrical pulses by photovoltaic effect. So only retroreflective scanning and the photovoltaic effects are the main working principle. See, here it is a gate, and gate. One is a gate generator is nothing but on time period it will be there, and revolution pickup is nothing but here it is a light rays sensor, no, that is from a photo sensor, that is that. See, one revolution, one electrical pulse, like the second revolution, second electrical pulse, like that continuously pulses is given by this and given by your photo sensor, and it is photo detector and given to the gate section. Here what happened, for particular time period how much is the revolution, that is counted by your, next is a counter section, that much pulses only it is allowing, that how much time period, assume 1 minute, for 1 minute how much is the revolution, that is counted by your counter and given to the counter, that is passed by your gate and is counted by the counter. So one revolution, one pulse, like that. For 1 minute how much revolution per minute, that is counted by your counter and given to your display unit. So this is your working of digital non-contact type tachometer. See here some important points of that. Next, come to the digital synchroscope. What is a synchronization? So, in a generating station, you are generating the power and you have to transmit it. See, to transmit that you need some bus bars. So, generator to bus bar, you have to transmit the power, you have to transmit that power. Some important conditions are there, the three conditions: frequency should be same, voltage should be same, next phase sequence should be same. Phase sequence means RYB, it should not be one is RYB, next is BRY, like that. It should not there, it should not be there, it should be same. For that, to detect that it is synchronism is achieved or no, important conditions are achieved or no, for that we are using the digital synchroscope in the generating stations and all. So how it is working and all we will be discussing now. What is a synchronization? Switching of an alternator or three-phase generator to the bus bar without any interruptions, without any problem. Interruption is called as the synchronization. It is a microprocessor based digital synchroscope. It consists of some frequency and phase difference detector circuits and all programming and all. It will be there. For that microprocessor based digital synchroscope, two inputs are given. One is the from the incoming machine, that is from the generator, and one is from the bus bar. So how that is, if any frequency difference and phase difference will be there, that is the calculated by whom? It is a microcontroller and sent to this display channel. So this is a display. See, these are red, all are the LEDs. LEDs will be working. So how it will be working means, if they assume that your generator frequency is more than your bus bar frequency, then this LED will be started to move in the clockwise direction, like this pointer moving, like this clockwise direction will be moving. That time we will be understanding that the generator frequency is higher than your bus bar frequency. If your generator frequency is lesser, if bus bar frequency is more, then what happen? Bus bar frequency is more than your generator frequency, then it will be LEDs will be moving in the anti-clockwise direction. So when it is the exact instant, see, this is the when both the frequency matching bus bar and the generator frequency, that time this is the exactly at 12 o'clock position we can tell it is. Here a green LED will be blink, that time it is a proper synchronization of your bus bar and your generator. So that time you can switching to the alternator to the bus bar. But frequency is matching, phase is not matching means according to that one red LED will be there, that LED will be blinking, indicating that this phase is not matching. So this is working of your digital synchroscope. Just see the important points of that. Thank you.